Well, strictly speaking, this is not a tall tale. This is the God's honest truth. And it centers around Tom, who is a cattle rancher in the hill country of West Texas. Now, Tom is uncommonly wise for a cattle rancher. He knowed, afore any weatherman said so, that this particular day was going to be very cold, and that the temperature overnight was going to drop considerable, maybe down to as far as 40 or 50 degrees below zero. So he saddled up his horse, went down to South 40, and spent the day looking after the stock. And then he decided when sundown come, he was going to head back to his ranch house and the warmth and comfort of home. But that's when his luck went south, because didn't his horse step into a badger hole, break his leg, had to shoot the animal. Well, it is doubtful whether a human being could survive in the cold of that night without some kind of help. Well, Tom was very resourceful, so he slit the belly of the horse open, pulled out all the entrails, and climbed inside, you know, to get some shelter from the elements and protection, a bit of warmth. Well, as you can imagine, against his will, he eventually fell asleep. Well, morning dawned, the sun shone bright and clear and reflected off the rib cage of that carcass and shone like diamonds. But Tom's luck was still running bad, because he woke and discovered that the rib cage of that carcass had frozen solid, with him locked inside the carcass of a dead horse. And then, if that weren't bad enough, then come along two coyotes sniffing away trying to find something to eat. Well, I suppose Tom's luck wasn't all that bad, because he figured that the bars that were keeping him inside kept them coyotes outside. Well, anyway, as I said, Tom was resourceful. And at the exact right split second, I mean, I'm talking nanosecond, Tom thrust his hands through the bars of that makeshift prison cell, grabbed the tails of those two coyotes. Well, that, of course, set the coyotes to running, with Tom holding on behind, dragging along. Well, he quickly got his bearings and discovered that he could direct this makeshift conveyance, you know, by pulling the tail of the one or the other to turn left or right. Well, eventually, he comes to this little rise that he's very familiar with, and then the drop off afterwards, and there up ahead is the ranch house. So Tom, at the appropriate moment, lets go of the tails, and the coyotes go scurrying off. And as this strange conveyance comes to a halt in front of the farmhouse door, he called for his wife, who got a hatchet and chopped him out. And then, after having a cup of coffee, he went off and done his morning chores.